Call Julianne Genter.
Speaker, tēnā koutou e te whare. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to take a very, very short call on the Subordinate Legislation Confirmation and Validation Bill because I really like to acknowledge the contributions made by Mr. Chauvel and by the Honourable Leanne Dalziel and even Mike Sabin, who all rightly pointed out that there are some real issues around the process and whether or not it's really in the best use of taxpayers' time that Parliament spend considerable amount of time debating what are just technical amendments. And as the Green Party has looked in depth at the Subordinate Legislation Confirmation and Validation Bill and found nothing particularly controversial about it. We are happy to support it to the regs review. We are happy to see an improved process by which the House doesn't need to debate every single time that there needs to be an increase to the CPI of various things, whether that's the duties on alcohol or tobacco or whether it's New Zealand superannuation payments. I do think it would be a much better use of our time to talk about some of the substantive policy issues that unfortunately don't come before this House for scrutiny, like, for example, the decision to spend billions of dollars on uneconomic motorways, or, for example, the funding freeze on Radio New Zealand, which hasn't been updated to take into account increases to the CPI. And is thus actually effectively a cut to something that is a fundamental and substantive issue that is important to New Zealanders. And I think, Mr. Speaker, that I do not need to restate all the excellent points already raised by the Honourable Leanne Dalziel and Charles Chauvel, so I won't take up the time of the House any further. I'm looking forward to the debates on other legislation that's coming up today. So thank you, Mr. Speaker. We commend this bill to the House.
Ian McKelvey.